Hello, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. We'll just wait for a few minutes till people are joining us.
It's a beautiful Friday morning here in Dallas, where we are based. And the weekend is ahead of us. It's always very nice. The spring is here in the Northern Hemisphere, of course. So we are getting ready to do some garden work and plant some new saplings this weekend.
Do let us know in the chat where you are joining us from.
And let's get started, shall we?
Let's wait for a minute, maybe, because sometimes there is a delay in Zoom. I see many registrations here.
All right.
So let's wait just a little bit. Hi, Edna.
Edna, you've got a beautiful setup there. Thank you for joining us.
All set for meditating. All right, let's get started, I guess. We're already 2 minutes in.
Yep, let's get started.
So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, wherever you are from. And right now, we have muted all lines so that there are no disturbances in the meditation. So, we'll start with some conscious breaths first.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Let's do some grounding, and this is a practice that I highly recommend doing multiple times a day. Uh, no matter what you're going through, it always helps to be aware of your connection to the earth below. So let's do a quick grounding exercise. You might want to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and exhale. And this is one of the energy breathing techniques as you continue to breathe deeply. You could also call it a square breathing. So you could kind of breathe in to a count of three, hold to a count of three, breathe out to a count of three, and hold again for a count of three. We call it pranayama in the Indian Vedic tradition. It's energy breathing. And breath is one of the prime mechanisms that we have that allows us to kind of get our mind body connection back in alignment. It allows the limbic part of the brain, the survivor brain, to kind of start relaxing and brings out the sage part of the brain, the personality, the subconscious subpersonality that actually facilitates relaxation. So continue to take deep breaths, inhale and exhale. And this time, as you inhale, become aware of your connection to the earth below. And as you exhale, become aware of your connection to the universe above. And on the next deep breath, relax your body from head to toe. And on this deep breath, relax your mind, let all thoughts go. And on this deep breath, become aware of your most dominant thought that's going on in your mind. There's a constant chatter at the back of our mind that goes on incessantly all day long. Become aware what your most dominant thought is. And as you become aware of this dominant thought, without criticizing yourself, without judging yourself, from a space of love, notice if this thought is an empowering thought or a disempowering thought, and just let it pass. And now become aware of your most dominant emotion in this moment. What's your most dominant emotion right now? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling excited? And whatever your most dominant emotion be, it could be empowering, it could be disempowering. Maybe you had a tough morning, or maybe you had a tough day. And you're kind of relieved that it's all over. Just become aware of your most dominant emotion and let that pass as well. And now become aware of your most dominant feeling in the body. Is there a part of your body that's uncomfortable, that's trying to tell you something? Are you experiencing any sense of heaviness, lumpiness, tingling in any part of your body? Become aware. Do a body scan from top of your head to tip of your toe. And this awareness practice, coupled with the conscious breathing that you are doing right now, allows you to focus on what's really going on in your life in this moment. Your life is a sequence of present moments, and the more you allow your awareness to remain focused in the present moment, the more you are able to become a magician of your own life, to reclaim your own power, and to make shifts and choices that allow you to choose the path of happiness. Take another deep breath, and whenever you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes and come back into this present moment. And what we did right now was a very simple conscious breathing exercise coupled with a practice of awareness, something that you could do multiple times a day. One of the biggest realizations and scientific discoveries that we've now done is just by the process of bringing your awareness on your breath, your breathing slows down. You start breathing more deeply. So, the moment you bring your awareness to your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your body, your mind body automatically starts putting you into a state that leads you down an empowered track. And that's what the practice of awareness does. Conscious breathing, of course, allows you to relax your entire mind body system and align your conscious and subconscious brains. That's what we did. Highly recommend this practice multiple times a day.
All right, so now we'll just introduce ourselves a little bit. I'm Rupali Epshankar, and I'm a certified Heal Your Life workshop leader, and I'm a life and relationship coach. I worked in the technology industry for more than 15 years, but now since last few years, I've been working in self-growth, self-development area, and I mainly work with women, parents, and families to improve their relationships and all other aspects of their life.
And I'm Dr. Kapil. Uh, I'm a licensed certified hypnotherapist. I've done a significant amount of work with Louise Hay and Dr. Wayne Dyer. I'm a certified Heal Your Life workshop leader and coach. Uh, I have a doctorate in counseling, and I work with executives and leaders and working professionals worldwide to help them live their bliss. I, of course, spent my uh, first part of the career working as a technologist and a technology manager and an entrepreneur. Before deciding to kind of help professionals get to their peak potential and help them accomplish peak performance every single day. Just a couple of months ago, I did a TED talk. It's on YouTube. It was around the whole concept of discovering and living your bliss, which is what we believe in deeply. And bliss is that state that we get in every single day, every single moment that allows us to tap into our inner potential, true potential, and be able to create in our lives the circumstances, the events, the material reality that we all want, really want from our heart's desire. So that's who I am and what I do.
So, a little bit about the structure of this group. So, we thought that based on the feedback that we received in our Heal Your Life workshops and programs, people like to do meditations. So, we thought why not have a weekly meditation group? So, what we will do every Friday is gather here in this beautiful circle and we'll discuss one topic every week. We'll talk about it for a brief, like 10 minutes, and after that, we'll meditate together for about 15 minutes. And after the meditation is done, we would like to unmute everyone. We would like to hear your experiences, or if you would have any questions or doubts, if you would like to discuss something, we will spend a few minutes doing that. All right. So,
Absolutely. So, this is going to be a very safe and sacred and non judgmental space. And thank you for joining us in this space. One of the core principles here is that meditation has a lot of nuances, has a lot of connotations attached to it. Uh, and for us, meditation is very simply the act of getting in touch with your own inner self. So, this is an absolutely secular space. We're not going to follow a particular style of meditation. We're going to be doing some conscious breathing. We're going to be doing some guided imagery. We are going to be doing some visualizations. And if there are techniques from your own meditation practices that you want to bring and integrate as we lead you through this journey, feel free to do that. And we'll, of course, keep experimenting with different types of meditations as we go along every week, with a focus on a particular aspect of our lives that maybe needs immediate attention based on what's going on in our lives.
and if you're comfortable, do put your video on. We would like to see you meditating because it's always beautiful for us to see the peace that is there on everyone's face when they are meditating.
Absolutely.
It gives us energy.
Absolutely. We really would appreciate your videos on because that brings all of us together in one circle that's safe and sacred.
And especially in the current situation where we have been meeting only on Zooms, we can't really go out, meet everyone in person. So, speaking about the current situation, we'll move on to today's topic.
Mhm. Absolutely. So it's been an year and counting now that we've been living in the whole shadow of the pandemic. And there's definitely a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainty that the entire pandemic continues to play a role in our life every single day. Not only in our personal life, but also in our professional life. Our work conditions have changed, our work situations have changed. Some of us have had job changes, role changes that have happened in the workplace. Expectations have changed around what's normal and what's not normal, and what's the new normal. And of course, it's also taken a significant amount of toll in our personal lives. Uh, it's kind of created a space where some of us are working more than less. But it's also allowed a lot of people to spend time with their families and bond with their children and extended families. So it's been a time of blessing, and it's also been a time of great despair with all the lives lost. And we want to focus on that anxiety. Uh, at times, it feels like the anxiety that we are experiencing right now is probably the highest amount of anxiety that we have collectively experienced as humanity in a long time. But the pandemic will go away at some point in time. Modern medical science will catch up, and vaccines will show up, and everyone will get vaccinated, and herd immunity will show up, and the pandemic will go. That's been the history. History is proof that every single pandemic in the world so far has eventually been overcome through medicine and modern scientific practices and research. But the whole concept of anxiety is always here. No matter where we are, what times we are living in, there's always a certain amount of stress, a certain amount of anxiety that shows up in our life every single day. It shows up from our workplace, our professional lives. It shows up from our personal life and relationships. It shows up in the form of bosses that demand too much and co-workers that backstab. It shows up in terms of relationships that don't work and expectations that don't match. We wanted to focus on anxiety, uh, spend some time discussing and navigating how to work with the whole concept of anxiety. And what I brought here today is some references from The Power of Intention by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Both me and Rupali look at Dr. Dyer as our teacher, and we've had the fortune of working with his teachings for the last 20 odd years. And one of the chapters on the power of intention is it is my intention to live a tranquil and stress free life. Now that's what the chapter is. It's a beautiful chapter, but at the end of the chapter, Dr. Dyer talks about how do you end up making your intention a reality. And the intention here is the intention of living a tranquil and stress free life. He talks about 10 things, and let's kind of ponder on those 10 things just a little bit. So, the first thing he says is remember that joy is your natural state of being. Dr. Dyer calls it joy, we call it bliss. But remember that bliss is your natural state. Imagine for a minute that you are in a situation where nothing else mattered, nothing else existed, and you will actually gravitate back to your natural state of bliss in the absence of any external stimuli, in the absence of anything external that's actually taking your sensory stimuli away. You'll actually gravitate back to your natural state, and that state is bliss. So when you tend to operate from that understanding that, hey, no matter what anxiety shows up in my life, no matter what's happening in my life, my natural true state is a state of bliss. And a state of bliss, simply put, is a state where you're essentially attracting a lot of love and happiness and abundance in your life, knowing fully well that the power is inside of you and you can change your life. You can change the course of your life by making choices that empower you. So anything that's contrary, that's an evidence to the contrary to the state of bliss, is basically something that you can change through choices that you make and actions that you take. Moving on, Dr. Dyer says, remember that your thoughts, not the world, cause your stress. And this is a very profound statement. So, once again, Dr. Dyer says here is that it's the thought that's causing the stress. And Louise Hay also says the same thing. It's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. We call it the thought cycle. And the thought cycle is your thoughts give rise to your emotions in the mind. Those emotions show up in your body as feelings. The combination of emotions and feelings then leads you to act in a certain way, behave in a certain way, react in a certain way to whatever is going on in your world. And that creates your experiences, and that then becomes a self fulfilling prophecy. So remember that no matter what's going on in your world, it's a thought that's causing the stress, the anxiety, the irritation, the frustration, any of the disempowering emotions that you're experiencing. And you have the power to change your thought, to shift the thought in this particular moment. And that's the practice of awareness that we did just a few minutes ago. So when you bring your awareness to what's my most dominant thought, what's my most dominant feeling, what's my most dominant emotion, you actually take the power back to then say, aha, here's a thought that's not very supportive right now. And I choose to actually embrace a thoughts that's different. I choose to embrace a thoughts that's more positive. And that's what Dr. Dyer says in the third step in Power of Intention. You can change your thoughts of stress in any given moment and eliminate the anxiety for the next few moments or even hours and days. So, the moment you shift your thought, you're eliminating your anxiety in that particular moment, but you're also possibly eliminating the anxiety for the next few moments. Maybe you choose a different thought right now and you stay with that thought for the next 5 moments, 5 seconds. Then the anxiety comes back. And then you bring the practice of awareness again and you say, aha, okay, my thought has shifted. So I choose an empowering thought now. And in this way, you flex your mental muscle, if you will. You become a master of your own emotions, a master of your own mind that allows you to kind of remain in a state that chooses and displaces negative thoughts and chooses positive thoughts and expand that window of staying in that zone, if you will. And Dr. Dyer then goes on to say, monitor your stressful thoughts by checking on your emotional state right now in the moment. So many a times, as I said, there's a constant chatter that's going on at the back of our head. And we are not even aware of what our thoughts are until we become aware of what the most dominant thought is. But a very clear way of figuring out what our thoughts are is by getting in touch with our emotional state. Our emotions are actually the litmus test, the thermometer through which we can immediately access how we are feeling, what we are experiencing, what we are creating in our life. And the moment you become aware of your emotional state is when you take the power back and say, aha, I'm feeling crappy right now. I'm feeling stressed right now. I'm feeling irritable right now. I'm feeling angry right now. I'm feeling scared right now. That allows you to kind of become aware of, okay, so where are these emotions coming from? What thoughts are creating these emotions? And then you choose to consciously shift those thoughts once again. The whole concept of it's a thought and a thought can be changed and thoughts create our own reality. Something that Louise spoke about and taught all of us about is a very profound way to not only alter our own day to day experience, but actually to shift the trajectory of our own lives. It's only a thought, and a thought can always be changed, no matter what's going on around you. As we continue this journey in Power of Intention, the intention to live a stress free and tranquil life, Dr. Dyer then says make a conscious choice to select a thought that will activate good feelings. So if you're feeling crappy right now, become aware of what that thought is and now choose from that state, now choose a thought that will empower you to activate good feelings. And the thought could be around yourself, the things that you're grateful for, your accomplishments, the things that you're proud about. It could also be around things that you take for granted. But the moment you're able to choose a thought that activates good feelings, you flex your mental muscle and then you start getting rid of that anxiety, getting rid of the negative emotions that show up in that moment and replace those with positive emotions. Dr. Dyer then goes on to say, so you could also do some activities that uh, bring in positive thoughts. Once again, our thoughts are, as much as you can choose your thoughts, your thoughts can also be influenced by external stimuli, our senses. So when you go and see something, you have thoughts that reflect what you're seeing. Or maybe when you go and smell something, that nostalgic aroma somewhere, aroma of coffee or aroma of a beautiful dish that's cooking that takes you back 50 years, or that music that you kind of just listen for a split second and instantly you know, aha, it's that song. And I'd heard someone play that song 50 years ago. So our senses also bring in thoughts, and you could actively embrace in that activity. So you could go out and watch babies, for example, Dr. Dyer says. Watching babies does bring a lot of joy. You could also go watch out animals. You could spend time in nature. You could go watch the flowers bloom. The spring is here, and almost every tree in our neighborhood has these tiny buds that are starting to grow and welcome a new spring after the harsh winter that we've had. Dr. Dyer then goes on to say, and he calls it rule number six. Rule number six is actually a code name. It's a code name for knowing that, end of the day, remember that there's an ego that all of us have. And our ego keeps us separated from our true intention. And when we operate from this space of ego, we bring in a lot of disempowering feelings because we feel we are disconnected, we are not enough, we are not good enough. It gives us a lot of reasons to be fearful for. So Dr. Dyer then says, keep rule number six in mind. When you have a choice to be right or be kind, push the ego's demand out of the way, and operate from that source, from that knowing that you are connected with your source, with the higher power in your life. And when you operate from that space, is when you instantly are able to get back into the zone. Uh, he then talks about step eight, which is accept the guidance of your source of intention, knowing fully well that stress, anxiety, depression will be lifted from you with the assistance of the force that created you. Step nine is what we are doing here today. Practice being in silence and in meditation, which is exactly our intention today, to meditate together for the next 20 odd minutes and draw in a lot of peace and serenity in our life. And finally, step 10, stay in a state of gratitude and awe. Gratitude, Dr. Dyer says, is the 10th step in every 10-step program for manifesting your intentions, because it's the surest way to stop the incessant inner dialogue that leads you away from the joy and perfection of the source. So, that is what Dr. Dyer has to say about bringing more peace and calm and serenity in our life and to eliminate stress and anxiety.
Okay, so now let's do one relaxing guided meditation. Yeah, he has to take a quick break. So we will take the next 10 to 15 minutes just doing this meditation. So I would like you to close your eyes. Give me one moment. I'll just close the door. There's a lot of noise. Sorry about that. Okay. So just sit comfortably wherever you are. You can even lie down if you would like. And just close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in. Hold for a few moments and let go. Keep breathing deeply and easily. Take one more deep breath in. Hold for a few moments and exhale. Allow your body to completely relax. If any thoughts are coming to your mind, just let them come and go. Just become aware of those thoughts and let them go. Focus on your breathing and relax your mind as you go in a deep, calm state. Let your shoulders relax. Let your neck and your back just relax and let go. These are typically the places where we often hold most tensions in our body. So just feel that relaxation. Notice where else in your body you're holding tension and just let it go. Keep breathing easily and deeply until you really feel completely relaxed. Feel a wave of relaxation flowing from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Now create a picture in your mind of a quiet retreat in the mountains. And if you think that it's hard for you to visualize or nothing is coming up, just think about that place. It could be a place that you have visited before, or it could be a completely imaginary place. Imagine you are standing in a lush green, peaceful meadow surrounded by beautiful mountains. It's a pleasant, beautiful, sunny morning with perfect weather. The temperature is just right for you. Between the rocks, you can see trickles of streaming water flowing down the mountains. Notice the beautiful scenery around you: tall mountains, dense green trees, rocks peering through the fog, and bright green meadow. It is so quiet here, so peaceful, so serene. The only sound is the quiet trickling of the water from the small waterfalls. Let all your stress and worries escape, drifting away with the mild breeze. As you relax in this beautiful nature, remind yourself that you create your own feelings by the thoughts you choose to think. You have the ability to make different choices and create different experiences every day. As we deal with the current challenging situation, trust that this too shall pass, and all of us will grow and benefit from this. We are literally walking through uncharted waters here, and everyone involved is doing the best they can with the knowledge and understanding that they have at this point in time and space. Be proud of yourself for doing more than you thought you could. Remember that someone somewhere on this planet has been healed of every single disease that we have been able to create. There has to be a healing answer. It doesn't matter what language you speak or where you live. Love speaks to us all from the heart. Spend time every day just quieting down and feeling the love from your heart going through your arms and legs, and through every organ in your body. Your heart is filled with infinite supply of love. Just feel that love flowing from your heart, going through your arms and legs, and through every organ, part, and muscle in your body. Love is a healing power. Love opens all doors. Love is an ever ready, universal power that is here to help us overcome every challenge in our lives. Open your heart and let the love flow. Feel your oneness with the power that created you. Just feel this love surrounding your body. Feel your oneness and this love that is you, that is your real reality, that is your very own nature. Believe that no matter what my challenge is, no matter where I am, I know that I am loved. I deserve to be loved. I keep peace in my heart. I declare peace in the midst of chaos or uncertainty. I surround all difficult situations with peace and love. I surround all my challenges and obstacles with peace and love. I send thoughts of peace to all troubled parts of the world. I know that peace begins with me. Peace begins with my own thoughts. My thoughts support and strengthen my immune system. Every cell in my body has divine intelligence. My body is a good friend I take loving care of. If I believe that life is a joy and I am lovable, safe, and always protected, then my immune system will feel supported and my body will more easily fight off any disease and discomfort. I am open and receptive to all the healing energies in the universe. I am open and receptive to all the healing energies in the universe. I am not my fears. When I feel afraid, I open my heart and let the love dissolve the fear. If I feel afraid, I just feel the love that is there in my heart and let that love dissolve all my fears and doubts and insecurities. I live and move in a safe and secure world. I'm always safe and divinely guided and protected. I'm always safe and divinely guided and protected. Every moment is a new beginning point, an opportunity for me to start afresh again. So, in this moment, I start anew again. It's a new day, it's a new moment. I start new again and I enjoy new ways of thinking. Everything I think or say is an affirmation. So I become aware of my thoughts, my emotions, my feelings, and my words. I am willing to let go of all old ways of thinking and I embrace new ways of thinking and looking at everything. I choose to think healthy, positive, and empowering thoughts. And as I make new choices, my feelings and emotions change, and they help me change my daily actions and behaviors. I embrace new ways of thinking and looking at everything. Every day and in every way, I get better and better. And as my thoughts get better, my life gets better and better. All is well in my mind. All is well in my world. And all is well in our world. Keep taking few more deep breaths in, and as you exhale, let all your worries go. And as we come to a close of this meditation, let's send thoughts of love and peace to every part of the world, to our loved ones, our family, friends, our communities, our cities, and all regions of the world. We matter. When we embrace thoughts of love and peace, it helps bring peace to the world. So let's take a few moments in silence and let's send love and peace to the world. Just feel that love that is there deep at the center of your being, deep at the center of your heart. Feel the presence of love and peace. Now slowly become aware of your surroundings and this time and space. Become aware of your body and slowly and gently, when you are ready, when you feel like opening your eyes, you may open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Good to see you again. How did that feel? You can unmute yourself and speak if you would like, or you can type in your responses in the chat. We like to hear from you.
I didn't want to come back.
We're doing this every Friday now, Edna. So let's meet again next Friday.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. We really appreciate.
For me, it was lovely, and I'm a great follower of Wayne Dyer. So that was really helped me even put that in context because, you know, I think his teachings were, well, they still are amazing.
Yes, we totally agree. Both Kapil and I, and sorry that Kapil had to step out because someone has come at the door. But both of us are great followers of both Louise and Wayne. And thank you for sharing, Rita. Thanks for sharing your experience. All right. Anyone else? Don't feel shy. It's an interactive meeting. Yeah, we've experienced this before because when we tell people to share their experiences, it takes a few minutes for them to open up and start speaking sometimes. So do feel free to share if you would like. Good to see you, Victoria.
Hi. I really liked it first meditation. I kind of caught it at the end though. It was really good about the moment to moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the conscious breathing that we had done to begin with initially.
Yeah, I did breathing before. So thank you.
Yeah, sure. You're welcome. And thank you for joining.
You're welcome. Yeah, it'll be great if you do this every week.
Yes, that's our plan. We will be doing it every Friday. And we hope everyone joins us. And we're just doing this to give to everyone our love for meditation. We think that every day we should take some time out and meditate. So although we cannot do it every day with everyone on Zoom, at least we'll be doing it every Friday. So do watch for our emails, stay in touch, and we'll see you next Friday.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Everyone. Yep. Thanks, everyone. Yep. Bye-bye.
Namaste.
Namaste.